right, Manny. I'm gonna
Welcome
I,
back.
I'm gonna let you know. I forgot what episode this is.
I think it's 18.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think it is 18. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna apologize. Technical difficulties this entire time without doing an episode. It's been a weird time, but it came in a good time, kind of a good time, because this is when the semester got really busy. So, uh, in a way, I couldn't really do the podcast anymore for a good while until this week, because this week was pretty doable.
Maybe it was a sign.
Yeah, it's a sign, I guess. But my
Like,
but
hey, homie, school's gonna get busy, so you can put that podcast to the side for a little bit.
yeah, but the real reason why, because my microphone died. I'm using a new one right now. I don't know if I sound any good. It's supposed to be better.
You sound good to me, honey.
Yeah. I just hope I sound good on the other end, like on the video. But anyway, Manny. First of all, how have you been?
I've been good. Like, work's been getting busy, like same as you.
Mm,
So I probably needed this break so I could focus on work now.
right.
But other than that, I've been good. I've been great actually.
Yeah, that's
Our
good.
homie just got married yesterday,
Right,
so
right.
now I'm.
Yesterday you and me were at Frankie's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
This
So shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie. He's probably already landed in New York a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I think Dan. I think when our friend Danny showed me this morning, he was like passing North Carolina. So
Yeah, I just saw on his Instagram story that he was at the airport in the morning.
so yeah, he's probably there like chillaxing right now.
Yeah, he's probably in New York City. He's probably sleeping.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably his fiance's first time in New York City, huh?
I think so.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
yeah. I'll never forget the time we all. I mean, obviously before you came into the picture, when we all went to New York City for the first time. We went. I don't know. Yeah. We told you we went for NXT Takeover.
Yeah,
Man, I'll never forget that weekend. It was magical. But I wish we could have gone to SummerSlam, to be honest with you, but I think Takeover was good enough. That Takeover was a much better show, to be honest.
it was.
I feel
I
like
agree.
because if we went to SummerSlam, I think Danny would have pulled whatever hair he has left out of his head.
He probably did. Danny have his beard?
He had his beard, yeah. He had a little bit of hair.
Okay, well he probably would have like
I think
flipped
he
his
would have
beard.
pulled the hair out of his beard rather than his head.
Yeah,
He
I
doesn't
want
have much up there.
Danny to warn you.
Yeah. But that was such a fun weekend, but I wish Frankie all the best, and to be safe in his trip in New York if he's listening.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he probably is. If anything, when I see him when he gets back, I let him know. I say, hey, we gave you a little shout out on that show.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be listening in New York. So I mean,
I mean, not
obviously
in New York.
he's in fucking New York, big ass city. But anyway, Manny, let's just get straight to it, man.
Let it.
What you been playing?
Let's see. Bravely Default 2, I've been addicted to that game.
Yeah,
Let's see. Dragon Ball Fighters, I'm having fun playing as the most broken character ever.
yeah. I still haven't had a chance. I mean, I played him, but I haven't had a chance to hit you up to play with you.
Yeah, I'm still learning him. And what's the other game I'm playing? I'm playing a bit of Smash. That's about it.
How
But
about how about
mainly Bravely Default 2.
how about a Persona? Or Persona 5 Strikers? Did you beat that yet?
Oh, Persona 5 Strikers. Yeah, I've been playing that too, but I wasn't expecting Bravely Default 2 to like.
Drop like that?
Yeah, I like damn.
They
This
both
game,
came out the same day or like a week apart or
they both came out the same day.
shit.
So I'm like, but yeah, both games are fun. Persona 5 Strikers is fun, but
Yeah.
it's a tiny bit frustrating.
Oh really? But you have to grind though, right?
You have to grind, and then whatchamacallit. I thought that there was one thing I was afraid of
Mm.
because from one of the YouTube videos seen when the guy got the Japanese version, the guy was saying that like the game somewhat is making you just play as Joker since he's the strongest one.
Right.
But I guess they changed it because all the characters are fun as hell.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon for when a game comes out in Japan first, and then they tweak it for the American or whatever territory.
Yeah, just to make
Uh,
it easier for us.
yeah, like because I think Final Fantasy VII, the original, did that same thing. Obviously, the original came to Japan first,
Hmm.
and when it came to the United States, they tweaked a lot of things. I think they tweaked the difficulty. I don't remember what else they tweaked, but they tweaked a lot of things. But it's not uncommon for Japanese games to do that.
Yeah, that's true. They've been doing it for like forever now.
Right, unless it's a worldwide release, which is what all the Final Fantasies, or like the modern Final Fantasies, have been doing. They've been coming
Hmm.
out at like the same time. I think starting I think 15. I think 15. I think was the first global launch Final Fantasy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Because I was thinking 13, but I was like, no, there was no way 13 came out the same day. Because I remember 13 came out December of '09 in Japan.
hmm
And let me tell you, I was following that game, and with every single detail that would come out of that game, I would like absorb it and consume it. Because I was crazy hyped about that game until I played it, and I didn't like it.
13.
13, yeah.
Yeah, the only I did not that I hated it. It just could have been a lot better.
Right. Like I
I love the main character though. The main
right.
character is like my favorite protagonist in the
Like
series.
she's cool, right? Like I don't got a problem with her. It's just like I don't know, the story is just what the fuck. And then but
There's linear, and then you don't get to do anything until
No.
you get to like the 10th chapter.
yeah, like 60 hours in, the open world is introduced 60 or a hell of a long time into the game. You have to put in hours to get into the real good stuff, you know?
And then some of the bosses are damn near impossible. But
Right.
I'm looking at you.
Mm-hmm. I think the only and I'm this is just my personal opinion. I think the only redeeming factor about that game is the music.
Yeah, okay, that part I agree. The music's
The
awesome.
music's incredible. Like I always like catch my like I'm always listening to that soundtrack to the game. Like it's kind of like poetry, where like it rhymes every stanza, right, or something like that. Same with the soundtrack to Final Fantasy 13. Like you hear those same notes over and over, but it's like such a good arrangement. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree.
hmm but yeah, Bravely Default 2. I never played Bravely Default, so could you care to elaborate? I know it's like a turn based, but like, is it like beginner friendly? I mean, I'm not like a beginner, but is it like easy to like understand? Because
It's easy to
some
get
turn based are
into.
just like what the fuck, you know? Like
It's
FF8, I'm
easy to
looking at
get
you.
it's easy to get into, but this is the major flaw I have with Bravely Default 2. The boss battles in this game are unbalanced. Like one boss could be easy as hell. The next boss, you either a beat him like by being extremely lucky, or b the game's like basically telling you, hey homie, you need to grind a lot more if you think you have a chance. Like I actually had to switch the game to easy to get to that.
That's what people tell me about Shin Megami Tensei, where it's like, yeah, some enemies can be, fucking easy as hell, but one basic enemy can knock you out in one hit.
Yeah, that's exactly what Bravely Default 2 is. I was like getting annoyed. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
How the hell do I have it hard?
See, I don't like when games do that. Like like especially if it's like a low level enemy, like you're supposed to grind. They're supposed to be easy to kill when you're the appropriate level. I'm not saying that you go to a
Yeah.
new area, they're supposed to be easy. No, they're supposed to be different. They're supposed to pose a threat, a challenge if you're if it's a new area. But if you're like over leveled to shit, it shouldn't be that hard. It should just be a
Yeah.
one hit kill, just so you can grind or like get through it.
hmm So that's like the only major flaw I have with it.
Hmm
But other than that, the game is like really good, and the story is like very simple. But there've been like some twists and turns that like shocked me. Hell, there's like 2 parts in that game that get like super dark. I'm like,
Oh.
holy shit!
Is it voice acted?
Yeah, it's voice acted.
Okay, but it's not like a like it's like a very what's the word? It's got a distinct art style where it's not really realistic. It's like little chibi versions, like
Yeah,
big heads, little
TV version
bodies.
of characters, but you get over that. Cause once you
No,
like get
I'm
used
not.
to the
I'm
story,
not. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, like, since it's voice acted, they don't show much emotion. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The only emotion you'll hear is from their voices, which is fine by me.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, what's
Persona
different?
does the same thing. So
Yeah, they do a good job. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
But
good.
yeah, there's times in that store I'm like, holy shit, damn, that's fucking dark. And this is coming from someone who played like some messed up games. Like there's a part, spoiler alert for whoever played the game. There's a part in the game where basically there's a French painter. Don't ask.
I'm not. I'm.
That he paint that she paints and whatever. And then you find out later that the red paint she uses comes from people she's killed.
Oh wow.
And
Is
that
this game rated M for mature or
no, it's I like
is it
I was like
T?
holy yeah, I think it's T, but I was like, holy shit.
God
Where the hell
damn.
did that come from?
Shit.
And then the chapter after that, your enemy is basically a cult. That like if you're afraid, they're gonna tell you to jump off a building, and that if you fly up, you're good. If you don't, well, you're dead. I
Hmm.
don't know what the hell did where the hell did all this come from?
Wow.
But it made like for some good storytelling. I was actually like I legit got low key like heated at the cult one because I'm like, damn, this is low key hitting home because this is how a lot of people are when it comes to these type of things.
Hmm. How long did it take you to beat this game?
Well, because the game has like three endings,
Oh,
like a
okay.
bad ending, a somewhat
Like a decent
bad,
ending and then a good ending.
ending, and then there's the true ending, which is the one I'm on my way to now.
Oh, okay.
And there's no getting out, getting the bad ending. Like it's, but I'm like, damn, okay. So it has good replayability.
Okay. What I didn't catch. What ending did you get first for the just now?
The first one is the bad ending.
You got the bad ending.
Yeah, this I read like every single strategy guy said, don't feel bad if you get the bad ending first. You're supposed to get it.
Oh, okay.
So that way you could like replay the game again. It's like, no, I don't have to do the whole game, right? He
So,
said,
but
no,
so you're
you just
saying,
reload the
so you're
game.
saying that you're gonna, when you beat the game for the first time, you're gonna get the bad ending. There's just no getting out of it.
Yeah, no matter what,
Wow. Okay.
because there's time travel.
Ah. Okay. One of those games.
Yeah, but they don't make it like super confusing though. Like
Right.
they tell you like step by step. Like okay, that makes sense.
Is it at least a new game plus situation where you keep your stats and your equipment?
Yes,
Okay. Well,
because
I'm
when you load the
relieved
game, you
because
start off. They
I'm
put you where like the final boss, so they give you an opportunity to go back, and then they let you know like what you got to do now.
okay. That's good because I think I didn't do this yet for FF7, but I think in FF7 remake you can like when you do New Game Plus, I think you still keep all your stuff.
Hmm.
And Persona 5 for sure, you
Yeah,
keep all
they
your
do.
stuff. Yeah.
No, but that. Oh, and you're gonna have a lot of fun grinding because there's job classes and there's
Hmm.
24.
Yeah, I mean everyone tells me that Bravely Default is what. Hey, what if Final Fantasy was always turn based? Like, what if it never left being turn based? That's this
Yeah,
game,
that's what it is.
and I'm like, all right, sign me up.
Yeah, and each job class is like cool, like in its own way. Like
Hmm.
hell, the pictograph, you're a painter, you would think that ain't nothing, but it's a buffing
But
like crazy.
but he's metal AF.
Yeah, there's one where you're basically an assassin, be like a shadow assassin. So I'm like, okay, this is awesome. There's one where you're basically guts from Berserk. G.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just
Okay.
I'm like waiting. I'm like listening to you talk about the game because I don't know anything about the game.
Yeah, there's one where you're basically guts from Berserk. I like
Mm.
called Swordmaster.
Oh,
Yeah,
Berserk the anime is that? Oh, you're waiting
yeah,
for me to read. Oh, yeah, because I thought you said. Okay, never mind.
yeah. So there's a few in there that's like okay, and then there's a few homages to Final Fantasy, like when it's undead enemies, you could use Phoenix Down to kill them instantly. It's like, okay, that's a nice little homage.
Yeah, I mean it's a Square
'Cause
game and they can do whatever they want with that license.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, and okay, I see you with the little homage. But yeah, the game's like really good. Like just the only thing that's stopping me from getting in at like a higher grade is just the unbalanced
Yeah,
boss
like
fights. Like I was
mm,
like I almost came closest to stop playing the game one time because it was like getting ridiculous.
right. Do you remember your clock time? How long it took you?
Well, I'm still playing the game.
I know,
I'm
but like, how long did it take you to get to this ending that you got?
like 80 hours.
80. Oh my goodness. I underestimate you when it comes to playing RPGs because like you work a lot, you go you do your thing, you go to the gym, you do you. Um, I just did because when you told me you finished High Score Girl already, like all 2 seasons, and you're like, wait, you finished already? You literally started like a day ago.
When I like something, I don't stop until it's done. So
Right, and then with RPGs, you're just like, yeah, it took me 80 hours. I'm like, 80? What?
yeah,
What? Where did you find the time?
no,
Yeah,
but
that's good.
yeah,
That's cool. I mean, you get your money's worth right there. I mean, the
yeah.
game.
So right now, because I text you when I beat the game a
Right.
few days ago,
Hmm.
so I'm always like at 90. But that's just because I've been grinding.
Right. Yeah, that was like back on Tuesday. I think you texted me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I just been like grinding so I can get to the final boss. So I'll have like no reason to get my butt whooped.
Okay.
Because there's already an OP move in the game. I'm sorry, I love this move, but it's OP.
Hey man,
It's
you
called.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh no, no, oh no, I ain't complaining about it. Like I've been like super cheap with it. It's called Godspeed Thief. It's a high damage move that literally does like damn near like 5,000 damage.
Shit.
But here's the cake. Later on, like after a couple turns, it does 5,000 damage again.
Huh.
So basically, each time you do that move, you're taking like half your opponent's energy. So imagine doing that move when you're like a level 75 to somebody.
Wow.
So yeah, like every single thing he said, no, if you got Godspeed Thief, use it. Plain and
You're gonna
simple.
have to send me the strategy guide that you use.
Yeah, just said like every single like she used to work for IGN, Mega Sullivan.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, she used to work for IGN. She says it like in every single like cause she's putting out like tutorials
Mm-hmm.
for Bravely Default videos just cause she knows that yeah it's not exactly popular like Final Fantasy, but don't sleep on it. It's a
Right.
great game,
Yeah.
but
No, I
get
mean,
get Godspeed Thief.
I've heard good things from the first one that was on the 3DS, and I heard the term, "Hey, this is Final Fantasy if it stayed turn based." I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
cool, okay.
And best part is you didn't have to play the first one to
Uh,
understand the story. They
That's
are actually you don't have to play the first one to understand the story because it has new
that's
people.
even better. I think those are the best RPGs. Like especially if it's like a franchise. You know, like Final Fantasy. Each one is different, and unless it's stated otherwise, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're doing the same thing with Bravely Default because I think games like Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler are just games that rely heavily on not heavily, but like they use nostalgia to have people buy their game because all people miss these old school turn based RPGs.
Hmm. I agree.
But I know Octopath relies on it because of the aesthetic because it looks like a Super Nintendo game but like in HD.
Mhm.
You know, and I think it's a travesty that I haven't played. I own that game and I still haven't played it.
Oh well, you've been busy, so
Yeah,
but hey, you own it, so
yeah, I own it. Yeah, I can play whenever I want. That's the beauty of physical media, or just owning a game that you like. You know, because like with digital, you just have to download it. Like I hate. You know, I bought so many games digitally because they were cheap, and then and sometimes they're like huge files,
Mhm.
and then and I'm just like, yeah, I'll get this when I can, and then when I can, I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel like playing this now. Oh, I have to download. It's like 60 gigabytes. I'm like, shit. Okay, well, I'll download it while I watch YouTube, or I download it while I play something else, like Black Ops or something. And then when it's done, I don't feel like playing it anymore. You know, because like my internet can sometimes just shoot the bed, or shit the bed,
Mhm.
and just be so slow at some points. But in some point, in some times, it's like super quick. You know, that's
And
why
then sometimes it's like a piece of garbage.
yeah, and then that's why I like physical media because you just put the disc. The
Mhm.
PS4 will install it super quick. I mean, PS5 does it really quick too. But you still gotta download the updates, right? And that's the only time I gotta wait, and that usually takes 10, 15 minutes because it's like essentially the rest of the game if you think about it.
Mhm.
Instead of like digitally download the game because could be 60 to 100 gigs these days.
Yeah.
Could take you a good while. For me, it's I think 30, 45 minutes. But like when my internet decides to be bad, it could take like 3 hours. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. In 3 hours, I don't know. I don't know where I'll be in 3 hours, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I probably
that's
I probably forget the game's installing.
yeah. Like The PS4, how it like installs games, it's super quick. But but towards the end of the generation, I don't know if you noticed, but it's been super slow.
Hmm.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy 7. Oh, actually no, Final Fantasy 7. I downloaded it, so it doesn't know. What was one? Oh, Spider Man. That was the game I'm thinking of. Spider Man. You played Spider Man, right?
Yeah,
That install took forever for some reason.
it went by quickly for me.
I don't
Like
know, man. For me, it took an
I put on
hour.
I put on rest mode. And I went
Hmm.
to go take like a little nap. I was like, okay, I
Well,
thought it's
that's
time
why
to
it
wake
felt
up.
fast for you because you went to sleep and your body thinks, "Oh man, it's been like 5 minutes."
Hmm.
Yeah,
And it was already downloaded. Oh
yeah,
no, I can't leave that game
yeah,
installing on PS4 on. I'm very impatient. I'm like, no.
yeah. For some reason, when Spider Man came out back in 2018, it took an hour to install, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Hmm.
And I got the game early release. Like GameStop was having early release at the time. This was back when early releases were a thing. Remember?
Hmm.
You wait in line for a couple hours, or not wait in line for a couple hours. You could if you want, but I mean, you're just there for a couple hours. I know for GTA 5, I did that.
I did that for Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh no, I did it for. Wait, were you there when? Because I don't think we were friends back then.
No, we weren't friends, so I probably seen you in the line. And we were
Probably.
probably
We
every,
probably our
every
paths probably crossed. And was like, this guy's about to kick my ass with Broly one day.
well, well, you were probably like the only other person who was there for Fighters because
Monster Hunter came
everybody
out.
else was there for Monster Hunter.
Yeah, yeah. It was interesting because everyone was talking about Monster Hunter. I'm over here like, I'm here
Yeah,
for
saying
Dragon
here, like,
Ball.
hey, you here to get Monster Hunter World? I said, I'm here to get Fighters, and
They
they
look
just
at you,
looked at me like,
they, peasant. They look at you like a peasant.
you peasant.
Peasant.
But then I got into good graces. They said, you know what, though, I have been thinking about like getting into the series,
Right.
and then they like warmed up to me. So okay, good,
Hmm.
save. I didn't get freaking like burned at the stake or something.
Right. Yeah, it was super weird because like you said, everyone was there for Monster Hunter, and you and me, I didn't even know you were there. To be honest, like
Yeah,
I didn't know you back then.
yeah,
Um,
because I know because I actually left work early that day just so I could go get the game. I don't know.
Wait, no, you. It was. I didn't go the day of. I went like the day before, like the night. They did an early
Like
release at
when they
night.
did that, yeah, when they did like the 9 o'clock release.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I left before, and then I
Oh.
was hoping I'd get it back. I had to go catch a bus
Oh, gotcha.
afterward.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I'm always used to you leaving at work at like at 12 or 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, this back when I was unloading the
oh,
truck. So I
gotcha.
was like,
I remember
so I
that.
told everybody, I said, hey, I'm leaving at 9:25. So did they ask? I wasn't asking. I'm telling
I'm
y'all I'm
telling
leaving at
y'all,
9:25.
I'm gonna play some Dragon Ball.
I'm telling you guys I'm leaving at
I'm
9:25. You
playing.
guys know I've been leaving at 9:25.
I'm not
So
asking. I'm telling you.
yeah,
I'm
you guys
playing.
know I take a bus home. So
Yeah.
keep
No,
y'all heads
seriously. Yeah,
up.
because they only run for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the bus, if it's still the same time, it only runs to like 8:45, and
Yeah,
then if you
something like
miss it,
that.
you're screwed.
Yeah, something like that. Um, I know the one that you took. I think it. I don't know what time it stops, but it would run pretty late sometimes. Like it would. I remember back in the day, I took one to go to a concert downtown, and the concert ended at like 11 p.m. And I was scared out of my mind, thinking like the service is like done for the day. But no, I literally took the last one, and it was like at 11 something, and it was. I was very
And,
glad. I was very glad. I had to run, but but I made it.
and, oh, and you had a and you had a cool bus driver. Most bus drivers wouldn't be like,
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. But they weren't leaving when I was running.
mm,
Like obviously he stayed. I mean, because I think it was leaving relatively soon. Because I think I don't know. This was years ago. I think this was what concert did I go to? I think it was Metallica. Yeah, Metallica when they came over.
mm.
Shit, dude, like that was crazy. Like getting out of the Citrus Bowl was insane.
Yeah,
Just an ocean of people like just
yeah,
leaving
I
the
can
stadium.
imagine. Those are the type of thing that you gotta leave when you know it's like, okay, this is the last song. I'm gonna
No,
get going.
dude. Since this Metallica is one of my favorite bands of all time, and I'm
I
not
know,
leaving.
I
I'm
get what
not leaving
I,
until they
I know, but
leave.
you get what
Yeah.
I know, but you get what I'm saying though.
Right.
Like when
Hmm.
you know, like okay, I better start getting ready to leave or be by the door because there's gonna be a sea of people trying to get out of here.
And I'm gonna apologize in advance, but don't be like Frankie, where as soon as he parks, he's like, when we go to the movie theater, when he parks, he's already in line to buy his ticket, and you're still in the car.
Yeah. Damn.
That guy is so quick to go, and I'm like, I just got out of the car, and he's already in the box office. I've always like, what the fuck? Quick.
Hey, Frankie, what's Frankie at?
He's like,
He's already buying his
yeah,
ticket.
he's already
What?
buying his ticket. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's happened so many times when we used to hang out before the Rona ruined everything. But yeah, man, really quick, what I've been playing, like I said earlier, I've been playing Crash Bandicoot 4, the PS5 version.
Okay.
It's fantastic, man. It's a super super fun game. I love it. And I think that's all I gotta say. I mean, I'm only like I don't know how many hours I put in, but I think I'm in the final like world, like the final set of levels. It's kind of set up like the original Crash Bandicoot, where you like walk over on top of like the level. Like I don't know if you played the original Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I have.
It's like the overworld. It's like, you walk over to the next level, and when you
Oh yeah, it's the first one.
They did that for this one, and I was like, oh, that's cool because it's like the original.
Okay, okay.
Because in the second one, it was like a hub world where you like walk over to the stage or the level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the third one did the same too. This one took cues from like the first game, but man, the PS5 version, dude, holy shit! It looks because here's the thing, I had the PS4 version, and I played it on PS4. Mostly just to test it out, just to play. I was like, oh, because I got it for sale. Like, I got it pretty cheap, so I didn't really care about it that much. I just got it just for the sake, oh, it's Crash 4, Now I have all the Crash games now. Me and my dumb collector brain. Yeah, and I thought it looked fine, and then I played it on PS5 just so I can test the backwards compatibility. I thought it looked fine, it ran great, and I thought nothing of it until they announced, hey, it's coming to PS5. If you own the game already, it's a free upgrade. And I'm like, oh, perfect. What are the upgrades? Oh, it's gonna be 4K, 60 FPS. Nope, that's it. I'm gonna play it.
So you had 60. You had a 60 FPS.
Yep, at 4K. Looks fantastic. And it is super fun, super frustrating. I never had I'm trying to remember. I think it was Crash. Don't know about 2. I had a fun time with 2. 2 was still hard. 3 was pretty hard too, but I don't remember which one that I had. The first one I had a really hard time with. Like, that game fucking sucks, man. Crash Bandicoot 1.
The game hasn't aged. The game hasn't aged well.
No, like if you're gonna play Crash 1 these days, you're better off playing the remake. But even then, the remake even does the same. I think the same physics or something like that. Like, it is a bunch of fucking bullshit things you gotta do. Like, especially Stormy Descent. Oh my god, that's a fucking headache. But I had an easier. Not, I don't want to say easier. I just had a better time with Crash 2 and 3 because the mechanics that you have, like you have the double jump and you have the slide jump and sliding in general. It just makes me more comfortable to jump, but it gonna sound weird, but I feel more comfortable doing that than a regular jump. I don't know how much Crash Bandicoot you played.
I played all 3 of them, but it's been a while because I played the originals.
It's like when you slide and then you jump.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and but in Crash 4 you can slide, jump, and then double jump. You go slide, jump, jump. And I think that's the coolest shit ever. I don't know. I just like sliding and jumping. Oh, but I realize there are some moments where you can't do that because you're gonna screw yourself over. Because if you slide, you might fucking kill yourself. Because it's happened to me before. I had to tell myself, no more sliding. Just do the jump. Just do a regular jump. But it has been so much fun. I love the fact that you can play as, I don't know if you remember her, Tawna, like Crash's girlfriend from the original game.
Yeah.
As like an alternate universe version of her.
But she's like a badass.
And she's like a badass, dude. She looks like, what's her face from Overwatch? The one with the pink hair.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's been a while since I played Overwatch, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the one, the big, the huge one, like the one with the machine, not the machine gun, but she has like a...
Like the laser gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what
She reminds me of her, but she's cool though. I like her gameplay. I like her, like the mechanics. It's like it becomes a different game when you play as her.
Oh, okay.
She has a grappling hook. She can get crates from like far away. She can like swing with the hook, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She and her spin is a kick. Like if you hit square for a spin, but her is a kick. You can like kill enemies from afar with the grappling hook, so you can go, you know, hit. I think the button is triangle and just it's like a slingshot, like a scorpion. Like get over here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's fun. And you can play as Dingo. I don't remember Dingo Dial.
Yeah, Dino Die. Yep.
Dingo, yeah, you can play as him too, and he's cool too. He's got his like little vacuum cleaner looking thing. And he can like suck TNT crates and you can hold it and put and like blow it out. He'll push it and you can target enemies with it. That's pretty cool, man. Like you get to play as different characters, and you can play the whole game as Crash or Coco, which is like pretty cool too.
Okay, that's awesome. I like that.
Because like in some games, you can only swap them, especially the third one. You can only play as Coco in certain stages or certain levels. Here, you can play as Coco anytime you want. But but there are specific levels for Tawna and Dingodile. Like you just can't switch them at will. You have to unlock their levels.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right, because they're like special. Like they're like special characters, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really fun, man. I'm really enjoying it. But the game is hitting hard like a brick right now, and I'm over here fighting for my fucking life every level now. And I'm making sure like before when I'm playing the game and I'm having a lot of fun and I'm getting through the levels and I'm making progress. If I'm about to fight the boss, I go straight for the boss. I don't take a break because I'm already hot. I'm already used to. I'm already like because if I take a break, I'm gonna get I'm gonna forget or I'm not as used to. I'm not conditioned. So I feel like, I'm at the boss already. I might as well take care of him, because if I let go now and come back later, then I'm gonna have a harder time. That's just like the attitude I had with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked up also Persona 5 Strikers finally, but I haven't played it yet. Given how today worked out, I was hoping to play it today, but it didn't work out. I had a lot of stuff to do for school. I have to edit this episode, which is not a big deal, so don't worry. And then Falcon Winter Soldier came out today, so I want to watch that. So, I mean, what is it? It's at the time of this recording, 8:40. I don't know, man. I mean, I know I told you I don't fall asleep till 5 a.m. So I might. I mean, I don't know. I don't.
You'll play it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I could play tomorrow, right? I'm not in a hurry since I own the game now. There's like a really weird thing about me. I don't like playing video games after a certain time.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's actually good for you.
Yeah, because like if it's 2 a.m., I'm like, I don't know. If it's midnight, depends on the game, to be honest with you. If it's like Tetris, if it's like, I don't know, something that doesn't require a lot of brain activity, like like Black Ops. I always avoid playing Black Ops at like midnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does it. Considering it's Black Ops.
Considering it's Black Ops, yeah, and considering with all the skill-based matchmaking nonsense that's going on. Mm-hmm. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't. Well, I mean, I have definitely been running into those kind of people, like those sweaties, the sweats. Man,
sweats.
The sweats. I don't know what they're called. I call them sweaties or sweats. I don't know. But man, those guys are just so toxic. I'm just like, who raised you? Like, do you need a hug? Did you ever see your father?
Did your father leave you?
Like, did you even meet him? Like, it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, why? Like, oh my god, I've heard the N-word so many times. Like, people like are talking in the voice chat. I'm just like, oh my god.
Jesus
like,
Christ. Shit like that. His gamers are bad.
Yeah, it's like I always mute people, but it always like leaks through, like because here's the thing: when you mute the lobby, when you come back, when you get in, you can mute the lobby and you're good. But if someone new shows up, they're not muted, so all of a sudden you hear like N-word.
You start hearing like the N-word. Huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh god, it's like,
oh great,
no,
it's all great. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
And I think also people can be playing music, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
They do that when they play Mortal Kombat. You hear The other day I was playing some of the Mortal Kombat and I heard Tupac playing in the background. I'm like,
Hey, I mean, but I mean, I'm not complaining that you're listening to Tupac. I don't feel like listening to it. I feel like playing Mortal
yeah,
Kombat.
yeah, I know.
I mean, good for
I'm like,
you.
okay. I'm like,
Tupac's
okay, I
awesome.
like that Tupac song and everything,
Mm,
but I ain't trying to listen to Hail Mary by Tupac. I'm trying to get this dub.
right. Anyway, Manny. Now that Microsoft owns Bethesda now, what are you what are you thinking now that they officially own Bethesda? Like
It's about to be crazy.
it's
It's about to be crazy.
yeah.
Because I think they already stated that there will be some Bethesda game that will be only on Xbox.
Right. I think at this point they're saying like the next Elder Scrolls, the next Doom, the next Wolfenstein will be exclusive, or like Phil Spencer said, wherever Game Pass exists. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna play nice. I don't think they're gonna let because
And if they do, they're gonna make them like, no, you need to earn it,
right
type of thing.
I'm not. It's just like you got to be competitive. Like, what's the point of owning a big company like that and you're just gonna make all your games multi-platform?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can make more money, but like you can stay competitive, right?
I agree.
I'm just a little upset, because I'm a fan of Doom. I'm a fan of Elder Scrolls. I'm a fan of Fallout a little bit. I don't like Fallout that much, but I like it still.
I like Fallout. I like Fallout 3. I like Fallout 3. I wasn't the biggest fan of Fallout 4.
Yeah, I mean, I like playing them just so I can mess around, and I like the open world, like just how open it is. Of how anything you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I like the Elder Scrolls. Like, and you know me, I'm not much of a high fantasy guy, but I like Skyrim because like Fallout is just so open, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And what other games let you fight dragons? I thought it was the coolest shit.
Dragon, join a freaking cult,
Yeah,
basically. The Dark
hunt down
Brotherhood,
vampires.
become a werewolf.
Oh, I didn't get to that part.
Yeah, you get to choose, I think, whether if you want to be a werewolf or a vampire. I chose the werewolf.
Because when I played Skyrim for the first time, I played it on PS3 when it came out.
Yeah, that's what I bought it for, and then
Hmm.
I regretted that decision
Yeah,
because
because it was a really really bad version of the game.
yeah, our game
Um,
froze a lot. So when I
mhm.
bought for 360, night and day.
Right, it is a night and day difference, and so that's what like kind of like discouraged it. Not kind of, it really discouraged me from playing it until the PS4 version came out, like the remaster special edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was fantastic. Like that they fixed. I mean, I'm not saying they fixed everything. There were still glitches. I mean, come on. This
Yeah,
is a Bethesda game.
it's a Bethesda game.
But like everything that the issues I had on PS3, they were all gone. And I could mod the game too, which I thought was fantastic. I could have all this armor. I could look cool. But yeah, and that's how I beat Skyrim for the first time was through the PS4 version. And I enjoyed it. I mean, for what it is, like I'm not like I said, I'm not into high fantasy that much, but I thought it was really cool. No complaints. But now to see that Elder Scrolls 6, high chance, if not definite chance or definite possibility that's gonna be exclusive, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little upset. I wish I could play it.
Mm-hmm.
But not so much compared to Doom. Like if they make another Doom game, it's like what the fuck, shit. I'm a little upset about that, and especially Wolfenstein, because I love Wolfenstein.
Mm-hmm. I love the Wolfenstein games.
Yeah, you played the new ones, right?
Yeah, Wolfenstein 1 and 2. I didn't play the one with daughters because that game I had no motivation to play the
Yeah,
game.
people say it was not that great, huh?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not enticed to play this.
Right. I was interested, but I was I don't remember what year this was or when it came. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I don't know. It's just like when it came to Wolfenstein, like those expansions, I never really bothered with them because I just don't like those kind of like DLC. Like I don't know. It's just something weird. Like it's it's like a $20 expansion, and it's like it takes you like 2 hours to beat. And I'm just like, come on, man! I just want a new game. I don't know if you had that experience with
Yeah.
like when games expand like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you pay all this money and you beat it in like 2 hours. It's like, damn, dude, fuck. um, but yeah, I mean, cool. This just means that Bethesda games are going to look better, run better, because at the time, or not the for years, decades even, Bethesda games have always been like super buggy at launch. Because I think it's a lack of resources on the testing and stuff like that. Because I think they pretty much run the budget dry, actually making the game and things like that. And testing is like their least of their concerns right now. But now with Microsoft money, they can afford it.
I agree.
And I hope and I hope to see good things, and I hope they don't fuck it up. I hope like the next Fallout doesn't suck. I hope Elder Scrolls 6 doesn't suck. What's that one game? Starfield. I hope Starfield doesn't suck. But a question about Starfield is that still going to come to PlayStation?
Because I could see Phil Spencer just letting it just go to PlayStation.
Right, because you would think a deal was already in place when they announced it, right? Or, but now that has a chance of being exclusive. I don't know, man, because I'm interested in Starfield. It kind of has like Interstellar. What's that movie called? Interstellar. It's got like Interstellar vibes, where it's in space and shit.
Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not as confusing.
Honestly, when I watched Interstellar for the first time, I was confused, but I got it.
No,
But
the crazy thing is, I went on a date. I went on a date with a girl to go see that movie in real life.
And both of you were severely confused.
I mean, I loved the movie.
Yeah, the movie was great. I understood it. Like, I get it. I got it. But some parts had me like,
what the fuck did we just watch?
Yeah, some parts had you like, huh? Yeah, I want to rewatch it again because last year I bought the movie on Blu-ray because the first time I watched it was through what's that channel called, FX, like that one movie channel.
Yeah.
But the one thing I didn't like I stuck with it because I was already intrigued, but I was really getting pissed off with the commercials. And you know what I did the next day? I went to that local bookstore and I bought a Blu-ray copy for like on the cheap.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, they want like $3 for it. I'll take it, just so I can have a nice copy of it. So whenever I feel like rewatching it, I can watch it with no commercials.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I need to pay those guys a visit. I know they do. They have a website that you can buy them directly, and they only ask for a flat fee for shipping. Like it's $5. Pick whatever you want. So it's worth it. So it's worth it if you buy a lot of stuff and like the fee, the shipping.
You're talking about the Bright Light books, right?
Yeah, like that one bookstore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like a nice. I don't know if I showed you, but I got the Ninja Scroll movie from that place.
Wow.
I got that, and then
the fact that they accepted it, because that place takes in trades, right? The fact that they accepted it, the movie's gruesome.
No, I didn't trade it. I got it. So
I'm saying like that somebody traded that in and you bought it.
Yeah, I like
the fact that they accepted it.
Yeah, I like. Even the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm shocked because you already got this." Like, yeah, well, I'm getting it, so come on. Yeah. And then there was like a little series made that's based after the movie. I was like, damn, okay, let me get all this. I only have to pay like $20 for all of it.
Yeah, there was at one point that they carried pop figures for a little bit, but I think they got out of it because I don't think a lot of people were buying them because I think their target audience doesn't really care. Except for me, every time they had something good, I always bought it from them. That's where I got the Goku Black one, because he was he's been vaulted. Like he was a Hot Topic exclusive back in 2016 when Dragon Ball Super was still new.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, but I missed the boat on that because 2016 was the year I started collecting them, but I missed the boat on Goku Black. But because by the time I started into it, Goku Black was long gone. You were stuck.
It was probably sold out the moment they announced it.
Yeah, most likely. I don't know what was going on in the Funko Pop community at the Dragon Ball Pop collecting community. I don't know what was going on, but I would imagine it was all sold out. I'm lucky to get Did I tell you I got Jackie Chun as a pop figure?
The one, yeah, you showed me
Yeah,
yesterday.
I showed you. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Um, it was a miracle that I got him, to be honest. And he was a convention exclusive. Like you can only buy him through like a shared retailer, and he was exclusive to that store, because the exclusives are always what screw me over, Manny. If you ever want to get into collecting the pops,
Exclusive.
yeah, the exclusives will fuck you over. Like depending on what it is. If it's Star Wars, forget it. You have to like stay up till 3 a.m. in the morning to like pre-order it or something like that.
That ain't happening. No.
Yeah. I did it once for the Ian Malcolm when he was in the sexy pose from Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed up till 3 a.m. in the morning just so I can buy him at Target.
Mm.
I'm not at the store, on the website. Yeah, I was like on the website. It was like, yeah, it's dropping at 3 a.m. Fuck it, I guess I'll stay up. Yeah, but hey, it's Jeff Goldblum doing like the sexy pose. I had to, you know.
You had to.
I had to. It's iconic. But I stopped collecting like those whatever pops, like like Ian Malcolm. I had a Hiei one from Yu Yu Hakusho. I had but the ones I don't get rid of are like the ones that are gifted to me, because why would I get rid of them? No, like those are gifts. People thought of me when they bought it. Because I have a really cool Batman one. It's the first appearance of Batman. Like, we're talking like from 1938.
When he was Detective Comics.
Yeah, Detective Comics, where he had
Yeah,
the
when he
purple,
gave him,
the purple
yeah, when he gave
gloves.
him.
Yeah. The one where his head, like the ears were all separate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he looks weird.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's like the first appearance of Batman. I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool, you know? I have a Deadpool one where he's like holding a turkey. It's like a holiday.
I'm not gonna access. I'm not even gonna access Deadpool.
I wouldn't ask. It's Deadpool holding a turkey. I don't know. What else? I had I had a King Cold Dragon Ball. The only one I gave up was from Dragon Ball as a King Cold. But the reason I got rid of him was because, and just so you know, I collect them in the box. I don't open them. The box was super fucked up, and King Cold was a Walmart exclusive. So now that you know the information that these exclusives always get screwed over, and I picked up this King Cold, I saw it on the shelf, and it was fucked up beyond belief. The box was fucked up, and I'm like, this poor bastard, you know. And he was the only one. He was the only one on the shelf. I couldn't find them anywhere in like the department or wherever they were selling them. And I said, fuck it, you know, I'll buy it. I'll put up with this fucked up box or whatever. I'll take them out of it. But I gotta see if I can get a discount. Because fuck that. I'm not paying full price for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, you know, they had to. They had to give me a discount. Like, look at this box. It's all fucked up. But literally the next week, I went back to that same Walmart. They restocked it, and I got one in perfect condition. And I gave up the King Cold to my brother. Like, I give it to him. And he opens them. He loves opening the pop figures up, because he recently got the collecting bug for figures, not for games like me, but for figures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not so much your type of figures, but like pop figures mostly.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's open to it, but he's just very picky about it. Now, like me, like I have how many Gokus? I have like four Gokus, yeah. And that to me is too many Gokus. And what's funny, I'm getting a fifth one in the mail soon, so. And I'm surprised you haven't called me out on that one. Like, I said, hey, I got this figure, and you would have said, I thought you said you didn't want another Goku. But I was getting ready to reply saying, but he looks so cool.
Hey, you say that all the time.
Yeah, but he looks so cool. But it's Goku shooting a Kamehameha wave.
Well, because I didn't want to say it because I sound like a hypocrite. I don't think he does look kind of cool.
Exactly. You know, it's like that. See, that's my new criteria. If it looks cool.
Well, I was gonna say you could get the GT Goku one, but I don't think you want to see the price of it now.
The one that the one that's based on like the one piece from Toriyama from the end of Z, the end of Z.
Yep, it's like $100 now.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. When the stimmy hit the other day, I thought about it. I couldn't justify it, man. That's too much money for a figure.
Yeah.
That's too
Yeah,
much.
I got it till it was on sale. That's the
Right.
main reason I
Yeah,
got it.
I have to wait till it's on sale because, dude, when the second stimmy hit, no, was it the second one? I don't
When you
remember. I don't.
refund,
No, I'm talking about when I saw him at box lunch, the Goku that we're
I
talking
think
about.
it was when the first one. I think when we got it was the second one, the one when we got the 600.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. I think it was the 600. I saw him on like not on sale, but he was available to purchase on Box Lunch's website. And when I got this stimmy, he was sold out, magically sold out, like out of stock, like gone. And I'm just like, there's no fucking way. Like Box Lunch hates me. Like I wanted to buy him so bad, and he was like $70, or no, he was like $60.
Yeah, that's how much it was when I got him from Amazon. I said,
And
this is a sale, and I'm getting it. That's it.
yeah, and I had the coupon, like the lunch money thing, and I had money, or I had the coupons ready to use on it, because oh dude, with the coupon it would be so worth, because I'm only gonna pay like $40 something. I think that's worth it. No, it just went out of stock magically like that, and we got very upset, or I got very sad, because that's a statue. Like, fuck man, I really need that. Like that's honestly one of my favorite outfits for Goku, and that's honestly one of my favorite pieces that Toriyama drew of Goku. Because that, to me, that Goku reflects Goku after everything, after Dragon Ball, after Dragon Ball Z, after Dragon Ball Super. This Goku mastered Ultra Instinct. He has fought Beerus. He's probably won because he knows Ultra Instinct and Beerus doesn't. He mastered Whis' training. Like, think about it. That's like the ultimate Goku.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this Goku's.
I just need them to make a Whis figure.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you don't have. Do you have a Whis figure or?
No, I mean I'm actually if I see like a Whis pop figure, I'm getting that. Sorry.
Oh, he exists. He does have a pop figure.
He does okay. I'm going to keep a lookout because he's like my favorite super character.
Yeah, he exists. He's out there. He's kind of old. Like he's been out for a long time, so don't be surprised if you see it for like 15 and up.
Oh,
yeah, he's been around for a while.
Not surprised.
Cause like,
but like my wish list is like having a Whis figure like in his fighting pose, like when he does when he's telling Goku, "Hey, come on, bring it."
Mm-hmm. Like like just for pop figures when they're old,
they shoot up.
Depends on what it is. If it's something like Star Wars, if it's exclusive, definitely. But I think it's just a matter of what it is. You know, it just can't be like some random ass character and he's exclusive from Walgreens. You know, I think he'll be like regular, or I don't know, like I wish I had a website there's a website for action figures, but not for pop figures that I found. But all I can say is that the Dragon Ball ones that are exclusives, they all go up in price. Like Super Saiyan 3 Goku at one point was $70. I saw.
Damn.
And he was like a GameStop exclusive. Like he was a shadow drop, meaning like he just came out of nowhere. And some people got it early, and I went to like the GameStop we used to go to, like the one by my house, or the one you go to.
Castleberry one?
Yeah, and I asked, "Hey, do you have any?" I was like, "No, it doesn't say that." Like it says, "Oh, it's not pre-orderable anymore." And I'm like, "Well, fuck!" Like I was like, "Shit!" I was like, "Well, what are my chances of getting one?" Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I think it was just like if you missed it, you missed it. You had to pre-order him. It's like how was I supposed to pre-order it if I didn't know he was coming out? Like it's like what? It's like fuck, you know. It was difficult, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they made a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan one. Like the Teen Gohan one.
Back when he was a badass?
At his peak, yeah. And he was also a GameStop exclusive, and he was part of that wave, like a shadow drop wave, and I got so upset because that's literally my favorite version of the character. And one of my favorite moments of the show, a moment that I plan on having tattooed on my body, you know?
The him and Goku? The one when he's doing a Kamehameha with Goku, or the one where he's like, you can just see
the one where he just turned Super Saiyan 2 and the tears are in his eyes.
Okay, yeah, like, yeah,
I plan on tattooing that on my body. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very special moment for me for the show. And to have it in a pop figure form, I think it's awesome. But now it's like, well,
You know, it's funny because I am
Let's
getting
go.
A Dragon Ball tattoo, but it ain't gonna be
Yeah,
what you
it's
think
it's
it
it's
is.
the album cover tribute, right?
Well, not that. It's gonna be a villain of a Dragon Ball character. It's gonna be Janemba.
Ooh, ooh, okay.
Janemba's always been like my favorite villain because he's like the only guy who's like ever pushed Goku to the limit where he had
Right.
to fuse with Vegeta.
Mm-hmm. No,
And besides,
Janemba's a cool character. Like he's a really cool design character.
yeah, yeah, that too. Yeah. He's a freaking badass.
I mean, I kind of share that feeling about Cooler, especially in its final form, like the
But it was a toss up between either Janemba or Cooler. But I said, you know what? I like
like
much as I love Cooler,
yeah.
and especially in his final form, I like Janemba much better.
Just like how you have your love for Janemba, I have my love for Cooler.
Makes
Because you have to remember at the time when I saw that movie I was like 7 years old, seven
and
or
you're
8 years,
probably like, holy shit.
and I this is the first time I've heard of DBZ at the time, and I watched my first exposure was, and I still have it to this day, a DVD of the Ocean dub, of Goku versus Vegeta.
Yikes.
Yeah, but there's no yikes about it because the Ocean dub is nostalgic, like it's.
Yeah, but just whenever I hear the words ocean dog,
Yeah, I mean it's kind of cringe, and they censor a lot of stuff. Yeah, but like for a lot of kids, like they grew up on that. Like me, I grew up on that until Funimation took over. But that was my first exposure to DBZ, was watching the Ocean dub on TV, and then when I was like actively looking for it, when I went to, Manny, out of all places, Sears, back when they were relevant.
wow.
I went to the movies section, and they had I was like, this is my first time seeing DBZ out in public, picking up a DVD, and it was a cover of Goku going Kaioken, and it was the full fight on one DVD, the Ocean, and I was like, that was my Bible. That was like the only DVD I had of DBZ for a while, until like Funimation started coming out with like the episodes regularly.
Yeah, with Sean Simmer, Chris, and
The
all
whole
that
crew.
stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
And without that fight, I wouldn't be into Dragon Ball. And when I discovered the movies, when they had movies, I was like, what? There's a movie? And I discovered Dead Zone, World's Strongest, Tree of Might, and then I found Cool's Revenge, and I was like, holy shit! Like this guy looks amazing. Like this guy looks like a badass. And
he was a badass.
yeah, Cooler, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people sleep on Cooler.
Yeah, bro, he's one of my mains in Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, why do you what makes you think? It's like there's a reason why. There's a reason.
He's Frieza if he treated his employees good.
But also, Manny, it's because that movie, just like you with you and Janemba and Future Reborn, you like that movie because he pushed Goku to the limit. He had no choice but to fuse with Vegeta, and you really like that. To me, I'm the same, but with Cool's Revenge, because, believe it or not, Cool's Revenge was my first exposure to Super Saiyan.
Oh, damn.
So, Goku going Super Saiyan in that movie was my first exposure.
And 7-year-old you was probably like...
7-year-old me was thinking, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be a big part of my life.
My first exposure to Dragon Ball Z was the Cell games.
Wow, you picked a great time to jump in.
Yeah, me and Hector would constantly watch it like, shut up.
Yo,
it's on, Toonami, it's on, let's go.
Yeah, since then, man, and that's where I started really, really, really get into the series, like watching it every day, because Toonami didn't do it a weekly thing. They showed the new episodes every fucking day.
Oh, they did it for us too. They only did like it was like everyday thing. So we
Every
did
day,
homework
new episode.
and we just watched it.
And then they would do a rerun because they were out recording the line. They were dubbing the show in real time. Like they were in waves, like they were in batches, like nowadays, like in Super, like in batches. Like I think the DVDs and the VHS would come first, I think, and then the episodes go on TV. I wasn't familiar because I was only like 7, 8 years old. I don't know. I don't follow like the scheduling. I just go what's on TV, because when I noticed it's a rerun, it's like, man, not another rerun. Because there was a point when we got to the Kid Buu saga, they would loop the not the World Tournament saga. the beginning of the Fusion Saga where Vegeta like killed himself, where he turned into stone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They would begin from that episode all the way to when Kid Buu was about to blow up the planet.
Dang.
They would loop. They did that like 4 times. They looped all those episodes like 4 times, and then they started running promos. Brand new DBZ coming, blah blah blah. In the year 2000, this was back in 2003, 2. I wish I remember what year it was. I think it was like 2003 when they started saying, "Yep, Kid Buu, he's here," and I'm like, "Oh, fucking finally!" As a kid, yeah. If you want, Manny, we could wrap it up here. I pretty much just wanted to talk about the whole Microsoft thing.
How about the Square Enix showcase?
I didn't watch it, but I saw what happened.
And I was getting my updates from you. I was just looking forward to that.
They said that there's a trilogy bundle coming for the Tomb Raider reboot trilogy.
I'm really looking forward to that, but
it's just there's nothing special about them. I thought they were gonna remaster it for PS5 or something like that.
Yeah, I was never correct that. I was looking forward to it, but then like you said, there's nothing special about them. I got all 3 in my PS4, so
because if it was a remaster for PS5, then I would have been like, oh, okay, cool, that's fine. Hopefully I can get a free upgrade. But if it's just the games on PS4, like it's just a bundle, and there's nothing special. I already have all those games.
Yeah, same. And the new Square Enix game that finally got a new name.
Oh yeah, that's right. Project Afia got a name. Yeah.
I think what is it called?
Bro, Project Afia. It's now called Forspoken.
And now I'm like, okay, now I'm officially intrigued.
It's got a future. It's got a name.
Yeah, well, hey, it has a name, so it's going in the right direction of it actually coming out.
Because if it's still being kept called Project, if after a year it's still being called Project whatever, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. But the fact that the PS5 exclusive, I'm still shocked. I thought they would say never mind, but no. I think Sony is playing hardball. Like, oh yeah, you bought Microsoft? Oh yeah, we're gonna make the Square games exclusive then, huh? How about that? How about that? Speaking. Thank you. Segue. This is really important. Could you imagine if we wrapped up and didn't talk about it? Thank you.
And it was like the big one we were supposed to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, at the day of Frankie's wedding, I was getting ready, and then I got a notification from Twitter, from PlayStation, that PlayStation bought Evo, as in Evo World Championships, as in FGC, as in the biggest fighting game tournament in the world.
Yeah.
The biggest fighting game event in the world.
That was nearly canceled because the head of Evo at the time was a pervert.
Yeah, right. We don't say his name anymore, so.
Yeah, but you know who you shame on him.
Shame on him, yeah. But dude, that's huge. That's giant news. Like, holy shit!
When you sent me to text,
I was waiting on you. I was waiting on you to text me because I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, oh shit, man, he's about to say something right now. You know what? I'll send it to him, and we'll send it at the same time, and we're gonna have a moment or whatever.
But I was actually in the process of getting dressed. I seen the text, and I seen the Evo sign. I was like, huh? That's returning. Then I see red. I'm like,
yeah, but it has the PlayStation logo on it. You're like, oh no. What's his name? Knuckles. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. No, but this is good. I think this is good because they could bring back the brand and make it, as it return to its former glory. But I feel like the damage is a little too deep, like it's been cut too deep. But I think it's a chance.
Starting slowly,
right? It's a chance to bring it. It's a chance to bring it back,
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they can. I hope they can return to its former glory because Evo has always been, for me at least, a really big event for the summer. Every summer I always look forward to it. Ever since like 2014, I've been watching it every year since then. Especially Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Mortal Kombat 9 at the time, MK9, and
MK, yeah, because it has a good
MKX2, yeah. When MKX was when it came out, and then when they announced it, dude, I was
Street Fighter 5.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch too much Street Fighter 5 because I thought it was a little boring because it's too slow. But I did watch Grand Finals. I always made it an effort to watch the finals because Evo in its core is a Street Fighter tournament, right? Like I loved
Yeah.
watching Street Fighter 4, because I thought it was crazy hype. But Street Fighter 5 to me is just too slow, and I don't know. That I
I
think
think that game exclusively be like methodical.
exactly, yeah. They had the game had esports in mind, and they just made it
And we
too.
forgot one game, Taken.
And Tekken, yeah, oh, bro, I loved watching Tekken at Evo. Ever since
I love watching Taken competitive, like period. It's
high
so
level
hype.
high level Tekken play is fascinating.
And then we got the two announcers. I forgot the name. They like make it like so epic. I'm like, holy
Yeah,
shit!
I don't remember the names. Don't remember the
I
names.
just know. I just
One
know
had
it's
one has a big beard.
one has a big beard and
Yeah.
the other one's black.
Yeah. Wait, it's not Steve, right? Tasty Steve.
I think it's Tasty Steve.
It is Tasty Steve, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Tasty Steve.
Yeah,
That
he
is
brings the
Tasty.
hype. And Yipes, don't forget about Yipes. Every Dragon in Dragon Ball. I mean, it was so fitting to have him in Dragon Ball because he did Marvel for so many years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. But
Oh, are you going to hear Yipes again this year? The Evo or is Dragon Ball not one of the games? Dragon Ball's not one of the games, right?
no, Dragon Ball was not announced because they already. Yeah, you're right. They Dragon Ball's not part of the lineup for the Evo Online, and there's a reason for that because the online is fucking trash.
Touche. Good point. Good
And
point.
the games they announced is what? I thought I had
Street Fighter 5.
Well,
it's
of
got-
course, because I think the online is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, compared to what it was a
Yeah,
few years ago.
seriously, I
it's
think
fucking
it,
fantastic.
it wonders, honestly. Tekken 7, of course. Tekken 7's online is pretty good.
Yeah.
What else? Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear's gonna be one of the games.
Oh, if it's anything like it was like in the beta, it's
Beta
gonna
was
be
great.
Yeah.
Beta was fantastic. I can't wait for that game. And
Mhm.
watching.
I'm actually kind of happy it got delayed.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I am a little glad they delayed it, but I do have some concerns over it. But we're gonna have to see what the future. What we're gonna have what the when that day comes, I'll have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What other games they announced? Grand Blue didn't get announced, did it? Because I don't think no Grand Blue. I don't think it had great on. I think it used the same system as Dragon Ball. But
Yeah,
now,
sure.
but think about it now. Evo is now a PlayStation event. Like, think about it. Like,
Mhm.
it's a PlayStation event. Like, I like honestly, I can't.
Cause majority of fighting games are PlayStation.
Right, but I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's just to be associated with it. Like you have the backing of PlayStation. Like, it's got money behind it. I'm not saying Evil's never had money behind it, but I'm saying like now you have
But now
you have a big player. You know, Sony, dude. You have Sony backing it up now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit. And now what's Nintendo gonna do? Because Smash has always been a big part of Evo, but not so much these days because Smash's online suck.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know if Melee had online.
See, I wish Nintendo could have just been a cool dude and just let those people who are developing Smash Melee, the online netcode, the rollback netcode for it. That one guy did,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like Nintendo could have just done it. Yeah, like that's probably the most significant advancement in technology, and I know I'm kidding, but I'm saying like that is such a huge leap forward for like the Smash community to play online while
Melee, one of the most beloved Nintendo games ever.
And because when you're trying to have tournaments and you really can't have that many people in a room these days, online is the way to go. But these developers need to stop being so, I'm not saying incompetent, but just be lazy about it. Like, don't just fix your online. You know what I mean? Like, don't make it suck. Just. I understand that it's hard to do rollback. Like, I get it, but like it's so important, especially these days.
Yeah, I think YouTuber Wolfamanga actually just said it's a dude. Right now it's inexcusable.
It's inexcusable these days because
for a game not to have a rollback in a fighting game these days
Right.
now because
because
the whole pandemic online is basically like it's a must-have in
Right.
fighting games now since this whole pandemic is taking over. So
Right.
hey, if your game don't have rollback netcode, honey, your game
Sorry.
ain't gonna last.
Sorry, man.
I'm sorry, fam. You did good, but you fucked up.
But let me ask you something. Do you think? Oh man. So what do you think? It now that PlayStation owns Evo, or like, what do you think this means for Killer Instinct? No more Killer Instinct at Evo.
I know. That's I was in.
That sucks.
I was
That's
interested
fucking.
in
That's
hearing
fucking.
what Max has to say.
That's fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like.
Kawaii Killer Instinct competitive.
Yeah, competitive KI is a sight to behold.
Yeah, it is. So many bright colors. I'm like, holy shit! Combo breakers. I'm like, damn. Holy shit.
I just hope Sony could just, I don't know, not be a dick, you know, and let Killer Instinct and Smash Bros. Because I think Nintendo said that they'll look into it, right? But that means they have to talk to. But they gotta talk to Sony. I don't think they gotta talk to Sony. I don't think they like to talk to them, you know. But we'll see what happens, man. Because they said it's gonna happen in August. We'll see, man. I'm just happy that Evo's back, you know. The backing of Sony PlayStation this time I think it's gonna be hype. That means that Kratos has a chance in showing up in Tekken or something like that, or Tifa in Tekken 7.
Tifa,
or Kratos, or Kratos.
I can ask for that. He says it several times. Don't ask me for shit.
Don't ask me for shit. I don't know. I don't think Sony. I mean, as much as I want like Kratos to be another fighting game. I know he was in Mortal Kombat. I don't know if you want to count PlayStation All Stars, but to have him,
I won't.
I think it'd be cool since Sony, you know, they own the biggest event in fighting games. I think it'd be cool if they like. Obviously, you have your announcements. It would have been cool to. It'd be cool to see like Sony characters show up in fighting games. Like I said, like Kratos show up in Tekken, or Kratos show up in Mortal Kombat again.
I could see him showing up in Mortal Kombat again, but the new Kratos.
Yeah, right, the new Kratos, right. But I don't know, man. I don't know if that'll ever happen. But I'm just.
But then again, I can't imagine this new Kratos getting his head open.
I mean, they let it happen in MK9, so I don't think they have a problem with that.
Touche, but like
it's Warner Bros. That they have a problem with Superman getting his head torn off. They have a problem with that.
That is true.
When they made MK versus DC,
Batman get murdered.
Right. I mean, because like you have you have a game with Batman, Superman, Green Lantern. You're gonna attract 12-year-old, 13-year-olds, and it's a Mortal Kombat game.
They're gonna be horrified.
Yeah, they're gonna complain. They're gonna complain to mom, and mom's gonna complain to whoever sold the game, and it's a vicious cycle. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's why they put Joker in the game. So yeah, we know he's a DC character, but he's also a fucking psychopath who kills people.
And he's the only character that can get away with it.
Yeah. I could write a list about all the crazy shit Joker did that makes Mortal Kombat people say, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen his full fatality, like all the fatality he has. I don't think I've ever seen any of them.
I'll send you a video when I get a chance.
Whenever you got a chance, just send me like a video.
Hell, some of his brutalities are more violent than his fatalities.
Isn't one of his brutalities where he beats the shit out of you with a crowbar? Or is his killer? Or
he beats the shit out of you with a Batman hand puppet until your head explodes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But was that his finishing blow though, where he beats the shit out of you with a crowbar?
No, that's his fatal blow.
Fatal blow, not finishing blow. Yeah. Fucking idiot. I mean, man, the last time I played MK11 was like the month the game came out. All right, so you gotta cut me some slack.
I think I kind of traumatized you about playing Mortal Kombat 11, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, you traumatized me, man. I don't want to play this shit anymore.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah.
The only time I'll play it is when I get my hands on Ultimate, which has all the DLC, so I can play the new story. That's it. So I can see Fujin again.
I've been seeing that on sale a bit lately, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check. I saw it on sale, but I don't know. These days, I mean, I don't know. I would much rather invest it into Guilty Gear, into a game, a very aggressive and toxic game like MK11, because fuck, man. Yeah, I'd rather play Guilty Gear.
Oh no, that's why I have to get away from that game too, because that game's getting toxic.
MK11.
Nope. Yeah. I just nope.
It was toxic when I played online. Shit.
Yeah.
Not with you though. Not with you. But like with somebody else. Somebody else was.
No, I was like, yeah, no. Nope, I'm not.
It's like no.
No, I have like fun and training mode and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Like, this guy, he had his microphone. I had no idea how to mute him. He couldn't shut the fuck up. He was just yelling and yelling at me. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like,
I just had to put the mute. I just mute. The more I hear somebody's voice playing, more come at mute it. I don't care.
yeah, fuck that. But Guilty Gear, I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
High level Guilty Gear strives can be pretty good. I was watching when the beta was going. I was watching Max play it. It's so much fun. And then I played it. Oh my god, dude. It's fun.
Then when we played against each other, we had some awesome matches.
Oh, we had awesome. Oh, dude, I recorded a match that you gotta see. Me playing Giovanna. This guy was playing the guy the vampire, the samurai good dude.
Oh, I know who you're talking.
Rocky. I forgot his name already.
I know who you're talking.
Yeah, dude. He was being a bitch with him, and I'm just like, come on, man. And I got him. I had his number. You know what I mean? Like I got him. It was pretty funny. But yeah, Manny, I think that's it.
Now it's about it.
Now that's it. Yeah, because I can't believe I forgot about that. I appreciate that. The whole Evo thing, because we were at Frankie's wedding talking about it. Like, we were shocked. We were looking at each other like what the fuck? Like, out of all day, like, this is the least thing to happen. Like, it's like this is out of nowhere. How much money did they buy? Like, how much did they pay? We were thinking. I don't think they disclosed that amount, but kind of curious how much they paid for it. But I mean, considering they're the biggest event in the entire world, would imagine it ain't cheap. Because I heard Sony, they got money, but like to spend. I mean, not like money as in like they're broke or what. No, they got money. Like, I think they're sitting on a couple billion. I think they have like last time I heard $7 billion in the bank, as in like in the bank, meaning that they can spend it however like they like. And they chose to buy Evo, and I'm just like, well, shit. Because people when people found out, Sony has $7 billion. How much is Capcom? Sony, buy Capcom.
Yeah, I won't mind if Sony buys Capcom.
Force them to make rival schools, damn it.
As long as they bring back 3 games, Dino Crisis, Rival Schools, and Darkstalkers.
Yeah, I think Sony would be like, hey, the people want Dino Crisis. Can you do us one?
I don't mind Dino Crisis. I love that. I love the game series.
Yeah. But anyway, Manny, like I said, we could wrap it up here. We're looking at an hour and a half. Anything you want to say to the people?
It's good to be back. We're gonna try and do weekly shows, but things happen. Jiang has school and I have work.
Yeah, I mean the main reason we couldn't do it the last couple of weeks was my microphone died, and I got a new one. I'm about to find out how it sounds like. So, but I've been told by people that it sounds great. Manny tells me it's great. Everyone tells me it's great. So, we'll see what happens. And school too, obviously, but the microphone was a big contributing factor. That piece of shit.
That piece of shit.
Piece of shit. I actually recommended it to you because I had no issues with it whatsoever. And right when I said, yeah, I had no issues with it whatsoever, boom, it died. I'm just like,
the mic was like, bitch, you thought it had no issue.
Anyway, but yeah, appreciate you being here, Manny.
Likewise, G.